Hello, I know you're aware by now that our garden is very much a wildlife garden, and oxeye daisies are an essential part of that because they attract many insects. But John does cut them back after flowering, and in this video he's going to explain why and show you how. Welcome to John Horsey Horticulture. John's been teaching horticulture professionally for over 30 years now, and on this channel we're hoping to help you develop your gardening skills. Whether you're new to gardening and would like some basic foundations on propagation techniques, growing some vegetables, a little bit of pest control, or whether you're a seasoned horty who could always use some extra advice and tips. If you like learning those things, do consider following us. There's no charge, just push the subscribe button. Don't forget to push the all-important notification bell. That lets you know every time we upload a new video.
Today we're looking at one of my little favourite areas of the garden. We call it Highgrove because it's natural. We want it to be a wildlife area. When we came, this whole area of paved was immaculate. There wasn't a weed to be seen. I think it had been round up and weed killed, and any little weed had been traced into oblivion. But we rather like the fact that after a while, if you don't put the weed killer down, things like the meadow buttercups come up, and they're quite tall. They come up about this high. They're absolutely beautiful. Before that, we managed to get the forget-me-nots coming, and then following on from that were the oxeye daisies, which you can see now are going over. A little while back, the buttercups had got a little bit past it, and I decided to tidy them up and cut them back. And now we've got to the stage when the oxeye daisies are also ready to be cut back. They're a beautiful thing. We call them oxeye daisies, Leucanthemum vulgare, dog daisies, moon daisies. They've got a whole range of names. They've become very, very successful in the last 10 years or so. You see them on so many banks now, roadside edges, motorway verges, and they really are lovely, great for pollinating insects. But here I really am getting to the stage where I think I don't want them to get too out of hand. I like the buttercups, and if I let these seed, they're going to probably outcompete the buttercups. So I've got to the stage now when they're ready to be cut back, and I'm just going to go along now and just take them back and then let them shoot out again, and that'll give hopefully a second flush of flowers for the insects to enjoy later on. So it's just a question now of cutting these back. I use my battery operated hedge trimmer, which I find is very, very effective for this, and it levels them off very quickly. Hopefully doesn't do too much damage to the insects, and will give us a nice tidy job. Just wanted to point out that down here we've got a regrowth on the meadow buttercup, only a small one, which has come up again after only a couple of weeks. So I shall leave that one, and hopefully that means more of them will be coming up later on. We have a little bit of self-heal coming up here, look, which is quite pretty. And it's amazing what you'll get with a second flush. A lot of self-heal over there. But it'd be quite nice if we get more meadow buttercups coming up. Yeah, flowering in amongst all this stuff is a Hessayon aurantiacum. It's also called fox and cubs. It's sometimes grown as a garden plant. It does spread very, very well, and I'm quite pleased to see it in amongst here. If you look further down, if I just clip a bit off here, you'll see lots of leaves of it here, and that will flower later on. We've also got the wild strawberries, which we've rather left to become like a ground cover plant, and that gives us a few strawberries which we can eat. They're very sweet. They're little alpine strawberries, really very, very tasty. I mentioned that we had lots of forget-me-nots to start with, and I did clear the top away a little while ago, but you can see I made sure that they'd seeded all the way along here before I did so, and that will give us a nice show next spring. And they are actually all throughout all this area here, and give us a pretty colour of blue early on. That's all taken off. I shall leave that for a day or two, let the insects come out and dry out a bit, then clear it away later on, and then that will give it the opportunity to grow up. and start all over again.
Well, we do hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much for joining us here in Somerset. We very much enjoyed having you. If you enjoyed that and would like to follow us, do push the subscribe button, ding the notification bell. That lets you know every time we upload a new video. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week. Until next time.